Are you looking for a cheap shotgun microphone? Perhaps you're just starting out on YouTube, or you just want something that works on your DSLR camera as well as your mobile phone. Well, I've got here the Comica V30 Shotgun Microphone. Coming up, review on this. Hi guys, how are you all doing? And welcome to the channel. If you're new here, check out some of the videos we do. We do a whole load of videos on air rifles. You might not be into it, but check it out. It's a great sport. But we also do technology reviews. And today we're reviewing, as the intro said, the Comica V30 Shotgun Microphone on here. So yeah, pretty cheap little unit this is. I got this myself off Amazon. I will leave links down below, as I always do, where you can go and look at this. Or the microphone that you can't see is out of shot here, and this is my VRX100. I've already done a video on that. That's what I do all of my YouTube channels on. So we will be swapping out to this microphone in the review, so you can hear the differences on there. But like I said, this is a cheap little unit. It's great if you just want a quick travel one that works on your DSLR on your mobile phone, or you're just getting into the hobby or just getting into YouTube and you want something that gives you that directional sound, and this is what a shotgun, or what sometimes people call them, is an interview microphone does. Instead of listening all around and giving you that tinny sound and noise, basically it concentrates its recording from the front. It's what they call a super cardio condenser microphone, and I don't know if this is the correct term, but I'll call it a passive one as well, because it has no power source on it. There's no batteries in this. It just basically extends your microphone out from your camera, from your mobile phone, using the power from there, and it's just like having one of those lathe lapel microphones. Exactly the same concept with that. If we have a look at the construction of it, the actual sock comes off on it on here. There's the microphone, and it's taking in the sound from the sides. You probably can't make that out, but there's also on the front here where it comes across, and then the Comica bit just flips over, so the foam's on there. It's on a shock-proof mounting, just simple piece of plastic. You can get these in different colours as well. And then there's the cable that comes out. It's a plastic hot shoe, and you just drop it onto your phone, onto your camera, and away you go. Quite simple. And the nice little bit about this is there is a little button on the back where you can flip it, and if you're on a mobile phone, you flip it to the picture of the mobile phone and it records, and if you're on the DSLR, you put it in the DSLR setting, so it works in both modes. I don't technically know how or why that works, but I do know if you've got it on the wrong one, it won't actually work. You won't get any sound recording out of it all. Comes in a nice little box like so. Like I said, 36 bucks off Amazon. Nice little box. Clear English instructions in there as well. Talks you through it all, etc. Just let me read you off the side. It's got support for camera and smartphone, low self noise, super anti-interference, super cardioid, and excellent shock absorber on there. And some of the detailed specs for you. It's 40 Hz to 20,000 kilohertz, 2.2 kilo ohms. And it's 52 grams. So there is a lot more details on there. Check it out on Amazon if you want as well. So really simple, cheap little units, like I said, 36 bucks. Plug it on and see how it goes. So what I'm going to do, at the moment you're listening to me on my normal microphone that I use, which is a shotgun just holding just above me. I'll leave some pictures on there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop this, and we're going to put it onto my DSLR, my Canon 200D that I'm recording on at the moment. And I'm going to do it without any microphone, so I'm just going to use the camera microphone that's built into the 200D. I'm sat about 2 or 3 meters away from the camera at the moment, and then we'll plug this bad boy in and we'll see how it performs, and hopefully we can tell the difference. So be right back. Okay, so now I am just recording directly off the 200D using its built-in microphone, and hopefully you can hear where it's a little bit tinny because it's picking up the sound from all around. I've not got a directional microphone which is sat here. Let me just bring that down. You can just about make that out there. So I'm not using that anymore at all. This is just using the sound directly out of the DSLR microphone. In all of what you're going to hear now, I am not going to play with it in Adobe Premiere or anything like that. I'm just going to give you the raw output. I may change the sound levels so that I don't deafen you or so you can hear it. But basically, this is what it's like coming straight off the DSLR. What we're going to do now is put this bad boy on. We'll make sure that it's set to DSLR mode, which it is, and then we'll do another short bit of video. Okay, so now we've got it attached directly on top of my 200D. The sound you are listening to is now coming directly out of the Comica V30 in the shotgun mode, which of course is pointed to me. I'll leave some pictures of the setup there. So hopefully now you can tell the sound difference here. It's not so tinny, it's more directional. There's a bit more bass in there as well. And if I move further back, it should be able to pick more of the sound up from me as well. So it's great for those interview type sort of situations, or if you're doing DSLR in a selfie mode with the 200D, it's brilliant for that because it's got this flip out screen. It's great for that close in sort of work on there. But you remember, it's got no power support source in it, it's got no boost level, so it is obviously limited to the range that you're going to do. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to flip it into the mobile phone mode and we're going to stick it on my Galaxy S6 and let's see what difference that makes as well. Okay, so at the moment now you're listening to me on my my Samsung Galaxy S6 using the built-in microphone on the mobile phone as well. So I've not got the Comica set up at all. This is purely with the mobile phone. And again, I'm sat a couple of meters away from the mobile phone. You can hear that tinniness because the microphone obviously is picking the sound bouncing off the walls, etc. like that. So yeah, hopefully you can hear that. But it's not too bad with a mobile phone, especially at this sort of distance. It's not too bad at all. What we're going to do now is I'm going to throw the Comica on there in the mobile mode, connected up to the speaker output on my Samsung, which is also doubles up as a microphone, and hopefully we can tell the difference on that. Okay, so now I've got the Comica V30 connected up to the 3.5mm jack on my mobile phone, so it's now acting as a shotgun microphone for my Samsung Galaxy S6 mobile phone. Hopefully you can hear the difference. It's not quite so tinny. You're getting more of a directional, you're certainly picking up a bit more bass in there. I'm no audiophile or anything like that, but I've done this a couple of times and I can tell the difference as well. It's actually quite a bit of an improvement as well. So yeah, hopefully that shows the difference. Just remember to make sure you flip that switch between the two modes, DSLR or mobile, otherwise you'll get no sound. Done it myself a couple of times on that. So yeah, hopefully you get to hear how that works. So literally you can hold your mobile and you can hold the microphone, point it at your subject if you want, or if you really want to get fancy, get one of those handheld rigs that has a hot shoe attachment, so you can put your phone with a hot shoe on it and then you can walk around like a professional cameraman if you really want to. But yeah, that's the Comica V30 sat on top of a modern day-ish mobile phone. So let's flip back and we'll go back and do a quick sum up on this. Okay, so we're back again. I've still got the Comica now. I've put it back on top of the 200D just so you can hear it a bit more. Obviously it's in the DSLR mode, but yeah, you can definitely tell it's getting that directional recording rather than all around. Makes quite a bit of a difference on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my old trusty one up here so that you can hear me properly, and we'll do a bit of a summing up on the Comica V30 and tell you what I really think of it. So we're back on my VXR 100 up there, and again I'll leave links to this, to the VXR 100 I've got, and other links of stuff that I use as well down below in the video descriptions. But what do I think of the Comica? Right, first off, price, 36 bucks, cheap as chips. You know, get it from Amazon. If you don't like it, try it out, send it back. You know the score with them. They're pretty good at that. I do like it. It's, like I said, nice and cheap. It's all made out of plastic, which is fine. It's not a problem. It's shock absorber on there. It works. It's okay. It's great for that small close-in work where you want that directional on there. You know, like I said, it's just a hot shoe mount, so you literally do just plug it onto your camera like so, hot shoe it on like that, and away you go. There is one thing I don't like about it, is that when it's in the vertical position, in the horizontal position, it points upwards. I'd rather it point downwards, and I can't get it to do it without probably breaking it. Yeah, it's a minor point on there. The other thing as well is that it's got no high or low pass frequencies on here. and it's not powered as well. But what do you expect for that sort of price point? It's not, you know, you have to spend a bit more money. For example, I think my Movo was about 60 to 70 quid. Came with a whole load of stuff. Check that video review out if you like on that. But I think they're absolutely brilliant. If you're starting out on video and you want to dip your toes in the water without spending a lot of money, do what a lot of us have done on YouTube, me included. You started off cheap, and then you've built your kit up. So my videos from previously, some of my early videos are hilarious if you look at them, but now hopefully you'll see the video quality, the lighting, the sound is a lot better. So it's great, and I'm going to still keep this because I can just throw this into a bag. It's nice and light. It's there when I need it with my mobile phone. It would have been nice to find if they'd had a different attachment on the bottom here so that you can actually use it with a mobile phone, because of mobile phones don't have a hot shoe mount on them. So you can use it, you've got to plug it in, but you've got to hold it next to your phone. I suppose it kind of works, but it would have been nice if they sort of found a way that you could clip this onto your mobile phone. That would be really cool. I'm sure somebody will work out a way to do it all. I love the box, the packaging, the instructions are good in there, no problems at all, arrived nice, promptly on time, seems good quality. A lot of people may say it's a copy of the Rode. I don't really care at the end of the day. I don't fancy spending a fortune, and if something's just as good and it works and people are willing to sell it to me, then I'll buy it quite happily, as I did with this. So this is like my little backup travel shotgun microphone to use, just to get that slightly better recording ability out of that. So yeah, I do recommend it. Like I said, if you want to dip your toes in the water, you're new to it all, you want to get some slightly better sound quality, you want some directional shotgun interview type microphone, then yeah, give it a go. It's pretty good. It's well worth the money, I'd say, on there. So anyway, what microphones do you use on your channel stuff? I'd love to know what you've used. Have you done these? Have you used the Comicas before? What do you think of them? This is my first one. I think it's okay. Leave them down below. Leave links down below to what you use as well, because of it will help other people. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you've not already. Give me the thumbs up and the thumbs down, and don't forget the new Facebook group that we set up for air rifles and technology, where all my videos, you can ask me any questions you want. I'll give you answers as much as I can on there. Again, I'll leave links down below, and also consider being a Patreon. So anyway, I've been Canon. Hopefully this video has been informational to you. Check out some of the other videos that I'll leave down the side here as well, and I'll catch you next time on another video.